I'm Mark Fusion. Welcome to BOYTWATCH. So the dossier that just came across my desk kind of illustrated that we're going to class things up today. We're going to take a look into a section of Boyd that's really very artistic, very creative, very big think, and that is the poetry realm. And for today, we're going to be taking a look at FoggyDottie. Now, FoggyDottie only has a few videos. It's like, there's a little bit of ASMR, some vlogging, and as we see today, some poetry. Now, I've wanted to cover more poetry here on BOYTWATCH, and so I thought we'd dive right in with FoggyDottie, who is reading some of her, quote, forgotten poetry at 1 a.m.
Sunbeams bleed into the room, painting it golden and warming it with dreamlike day. The soft colors of this room, light greens and shades of blue, my arms reach for you. Fingertips slowly trace your softness like a feather. My hands knead your ears. Your shut-eye is so adorable. Your warmth blankets me as I gently wake you. That was about my dog. In my old room, which I no longer live in because my house caught on fire.
Oh no.
I miss that room. I miss it. I miss the sun bleeding into the room the way that it did, and my green walls and everything. I really wish. I just feel like that room is so much more interesting than this one, and I wish I still had it to make videos in and to live in and to lay on that bed, and I just miss it. I miss everything about it. I miss all of my grandma's old things. I miss everything. It was all perfect.
I appreciate this. I feel like that you can tell this is like super personal poetry because it's bringing up all these memories and then she's sharing the memories. So I'm appreciative for that. It's not like she's just reading, there's nothing wrong with just reading poetry, but like at least she's putting more of a personal perspective on it than just like reading one poem after another, which does happen a lot on YouTube.
I loved that room. It was really, really, really hard when my house caught on fire. It was probably it was like top 3 most devastating things to ever happen to me in my life. It did inspire a lot of writing, though, so I will say I'm grateful, and it taught me a lot of things, and I am grateful, but I still miss my room. Let's see if we can maybe find another poem. This is something that I didn't finish. I don't know if I'm going to put this in. I don't even know the last time I read it. I don't know what it says. I didn't finish it. But sometimes when I don't finish things and then I read them, I just end up leaving them because they actually are finished.
Deep.
Let's see. What does this say? I'm scared. My eyes can lie. You look into them.
It's kind of like another famous poet, Kenny Rogers, said, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
And believe that I love you. Oh, God. My eyes can lie. You look into them and believe that I love you. My drool entraps you.
My drool entraps you. That's kind of interesting.
Eyes are locked to mine, like I've cast you under a spell. My nurturing soul, my humor almost drunken. You wouldn't guess that you bore me. And I am trying to scrounge inside your apartment for signs of life.
Jeez.
Your kiss excited me once, and now it has aged. My lips, they can lie. They can make you think that I love you, and my lips, maybe they do.
Wow, brutal from FoggyDottie here.
Oh, it wasn't finished. I think I was going to say my lips, like maybe they do love you. Like maybe I love your kiss and I love part of you, but I don't think I can do this.
Maybe she's right then that it is finished, because if you add that on, it kind of changes the entire, well, I mean, it depends on what the message she wants to get across.
I think I wish you were someone else.
This is the kind of the artistic, creative struggle on Boyd that I want to capture.
I swear I'm not a liar, guys. I don't entertain shit that I don't want, but sometimes you think you want something and then And then you learn
True.
that you don't actually want it. It's not actually
True.
meant for you. You don't actually love them, but you look at them like you do because you wish you could, and you love part of them, but they're just not meant for you. The sun beaming on the glass, warming it and baking the air, filling the air with suffocating heat, skin melting, cheeks fat, morning eyes and lips, melt down, dripping down my neck, turning into mush, your heart still pounds from when you killed someone.
Wow.
The black pen you were scouring for falls on the floor, like God is saying, "Here I am, you see me now." Your eyes you don't trust, they choose to turn away, they almost want to cry. The stupidity you feel, incoherence of your clothes. You just woke up and are scrambled, dreamlike still, your escaped fatality. People in the waiting room, those people avoid your eyes. You show some type of skin and wear boots, and you wish you hadn't because now you are an idiot. A needle in your arm, you're selling
Oh
your
no.
blood, deep red, thick and leaving you. Brainlessness chills you. Shoelaces fall untied
I thought it was a drug thing at first, but it sounds like it's a like you're selling plasma or something. You're selling your blood.
as your lips become purple and embarrassment bleeds out of you. Did I write that? That was pretty good. That
FoggyDottie delivering on the forgotten poetry.
actually, maybe I shouldn't share what that's about. Maybe I'll just leave that. Let's see. I might read one or two more. I'm kind of reading ones that I haven't shared. I have a lot of my stuff like on my Instagram. But I'm reading ones right now. Like I don't think I've shared any of those actually.
Let's hear
And I
one
don't know,
more.
sometimes I just don't realize that I actually like something that I wrote until I just randomly read it and I'm like, wow, that is so much better than I thought it was. Let's see, what's this one? Oh wow, this one is really long. What? Hold on. Okay, this one is kind of long, so I don't know how long it'll take to read, but the room might spin. You may be surrounded by four walls closing in. The space between goes further and closer within. No person touching enough, besides your mother, who tells you that your dog has fleas. Further away, the walls push, bright white. The floor panels, too smooth and slippery. You fall. Tonight you have to learn to be alone. Though the dam spins, someone should be here, a set of eyes and lungs and a conscious mind to witness you, at the very least, but you are alone. You watch timelines, you listen to voices, you envy and cry. Warm tears, they fall down your cheek while a ringtone chimes, late at night. But you don't recognize the room, you don't recognize the sojourn, you've never dared to try, and reach the person that once appeared in your dream. Tears are chilling, 90% of your things lost in a fire, your legs are covered in mesh tights. The window opens, hoping you might attract a change, draw something in. After watching for hours, they continue to go by. 4 minutes until midnight. Watch you still, by the minute. My life out of place and irrelevant because yours continues on. The way you stand, the way you stare, the way your eyes are so dark and they look away and smile. Your legs luscious and your arms are small. And you just happen to be perfect. Your lashes, and the way you sway and kiss, and the way your hair falls, and the brown, and the skin you hold. And you don't worry. It is incredible and impossible, and you won't answer the phone. Tonight I'd try while you, 570 miles away, celebrate and are happy and comfortable,
Wow.
at least as I suppose. And I cry and cry. And now I hope that no one thinks of a cell phone and no one else imagines that they will touch base with me or come close, and I cry and cry. And I just don't understand how I'm supposed to love my own life and self when you exist. Ribs are sucked in tightly, hardly breathing, deep into the woods. Dark, dark, deep green, internal weeping, spider webs, a bee that stings, the back of my neck. I gasp and mud and cliffs, an endless cry, a drunkenness you could never understand, a dog without bones, a beg, and a
Wow, this is
dream
a
of a
long one.
man who normally yells, this time merely leaning and laughing too. And I lean into his chest, not knowing how he feels, or what he might scream, or what he might laugh, or what he might ignore, or what he might think of next. His mind encircles, thinking of my forehead pressed into his heart. Something here you will further ignore as you dance because you are so easily adorned. Every single inch in sandals and shorts, and must be so easy in warmer months like
Sandals
June.
and shorts?
The sun beams down, persistent and cruel. I redden and worsen and sleep. I reach so far out to the lake for the grasp of a finger. I find that I cannot be the same. I track each step and bite, and you just laugh and dance. Is my life even a life? Are you perfect, and am I just passing time?
She wasn't lying. That was a long poem. I think it was good though. I mean, definitely better than the majority of the poetry slams I find on Boyd.
Wow. I feel like I'm so sorry if that was like, if I read that extremely obnoxiously. I don't really follow a pattern when I write poems. I just write them, and like, as you can see, like, it's written like a poem, but I don't really have a plan for like the way that it's meant to be read. I just write it. If you want to read anything that I don't put out, like on social media or whatever, or if you want to read all of my stuff, just stay tuned for my books, okay?
Stay tuned for the books. We're gonna cut the video there. I mean, it's Boyd poetry. I think it shows that there's every type of creator in the Boyd world, and whether you like her poetry or not, it's clear that like she's speaking from the heart. So hopefully you appreciated it. Hopefully you got something out of FoggyDottie's poetry. I thought it was good. Thank you for sharing it. It's very interesting to listen to. Thank you for watching BOYTWATCH. I do greatly appreciate that, and I will see you next time in the Boyd.